What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about HBAR today at the request of Miss So You Know. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, okay? So here we are at about 22 cents now. HBAR has dropped quite a bit, right? We've actually seen a low a couple weeks ago down at this previous area of resistance here at about 18 cents. I love it whenever you find a wick support at a previous wick resistance, previous areas of support. I think that looks really good. Overall, HBAR, you're in this consolidation phase. It's kind of like a bull flag. I don't know what to call it, right? On a weekly basis, I think it's easier to draw it pointing down. On a daily basis, maybe not as much, right? If we look at it here, maybe. I don't know. It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. It almost looks like a BART kind of, but it's not a BART. If it was a BART, you would basically give it all back, right? You'd have an actual head here, where this is more of a, I don't even know what to call it. Let's call it a bull flag. Let's call it a bull flag. Maybe it is a bull flag, lower highs, lower lows, some kind of falling wedge to some degree, right? If it is a bull flag, and I assume it is a bull flag, these new given lows over the past couple weeks do give us new targets for the highs. Okay, from a low point here of the flag, the measure move would take you up to about $1.75. You're at $22 22 cents now, 21 cents, somewhere in between there. Your measure move when you break out of this pattern, which you likely achieve by the end of March, if not early April, middle of April, somewhere in that time frame, will be at $1.75 or higher. That's your measure move. You don't have to hit the measure move. You can fall short of it. You can exceed it. It's just an idea. But this idea points to prices that are a hell of a lot higher than where we are now. And I agree with these kind of prospects here. If we look at this relative high that you found some support on to this relative low, I have an inclination to believe that you might show more support or respect on this fib as you continue to grow. If your measure move is here, my thoughts would be if you fell short of it, you would stop at about $1.17 or maybe even just above there. It's pretty common with the 2272 to wick a little bit above there. So a little tricky there. Maybe $1.17 to let's say like $1.25, something like that could be where you go if you fall short of your measure move, okay? If you exceed your measure move, you would stop at about $1.95 to $2. That would make sense to me. That I actually like that a lot. And if you hit your measure move perfectly, you fall in the middle here between the 2272 and very close to the 2618 without hitting it. That's pretty uncommon. Oftentimes when you get this close, you at least do hit it, but anything's possible. These are also just lines. They're not requirements. The measure move is just an idea. It's not a requirement. So you can fall anywhere you want. Who cares? But all these ideas, they kind of line up with this area that's above about $1.20 and below $2, or at least around $2. So that would be my expectation. So not a 10x move, no 10x move for you. Unless, I mean, you could see it. It's crypto. It could happen. You never know, but probably not a 10x move. From here, the price action growth expectation would be something of about, maybe a 5.5x to a 9x. No 10x boohoo, but it's still pretty damn phenomenal. You're looking at this thing on a weekly basis on the weekly RSI, and you can see that you're at the 50 area, an area that last time when you found support here, you were overbought, came down here, and then it resulted in this. What did you do? Right here, you're moving up, you move down, and then you moved up again. Now this is the relative strength index, so it measures strength relative to the moves you're doing here. Okay, so the relative strength index here doing the same thing that you, whoops, that was a dip. I don't know even how that happened, but doing the same thing here that you did back here relative to this move is going to be bigger than this move was back here relative to this move. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense, because all I'm saying is that this move here, while rather robust in comparison to this move, it's rather lackluster compared to this, right? If HBAR was to only move up that much, that's not that exciting. I mean, anything's nice, but that's not that exciting. But relative to this move, it's still pretty comparable. It's of a similar size. It even picked up the pace. The slope is at a higher degree, okay? It's a little bit more robust of a move, just less overall from a low to a high. What that would translate to, at least to me, would be that we do have a similar move to this coming in line, right? And we've already kind of gone over those exact scenarios where if we saw a similar move, which that was our bull flag measure move prediction, if you saw something that was similar but just a little smaller or just a little bigger, what would that look like? That'd be something around about $1.20 to $2 there. So we're only comparing that now and reiterating what we just said earlier, because we're in an area now doing similar things that we did before, but we're coming from stronger areas in the RSI, stronger overall readings on the price, bigger movements overall, which could indicate that not only do we have continuation like we did last time, but we might have a bigger move coming than what we saw last time as well, right? So that, to me, what makes the most sense, I think something around $1.80 to $2 is what I'm looking for. Anything can happen, but that's my expectation, okay? HBAR right now, daily RSI, kind of looks like it wants to keep going down. I'm not going to lie. Let's look at the 4-hour real quick. A little bit neutral. What about the 1-hour? Volatile. I guess you look like you want to move up in the short term. Cool. HBAR, good job. Wow. A lot of cryptos look like they want to move down, so don't be shocked or scared if you do, okay? You could move lower. HBAR could move to 15 cents, you guys. 14.5 cents. It's still fine. I doubt it does, but it could. But if you were to move lower, what I truthfully would expect is that you go just below this low, not below this low, certainly not below this low. But if you do, again, 14.5 to 15 cents could hold as support. I actually think you're going to move up higher. Look for a price above about 25 cents. You get above 25 cents, it's time to start ripping, you guys. It's time to start moving back to the top of this consolidation phase. You break out of that, then it's really time to start going, and you'll see targets at a dollar, prices at a dollar or higher in a matter of no time at all. So I got nothing else for you. I hope you liked the video. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Take care.